is our first international competition. It's the first time that we represent our country in a competition, an international competition, and we feel with a big responsibility, but it's also a big emotion. It's incredible it's something we didn't even imagine to be here and to feel the competition and the other team, and we made a lot of friends, and well,
it's all new and it's all funny and amazing and great emotion.
Yeah, the fear is the same as the fun, so they compensate. They kind of fear, fear, fun.
I still remember it clearly because I was sitting at the couch simply playing some video games, and she was like, "Oh my God, what is it?" I thought something happened right now. She was like, "We were chosen for the ICL," and I was like, "What?" Very happy.
Very, very happy. Yeah.
We're trying for a couple of years to represent Portugal
together. Yeah. So it was a really nice achievement for us as a group.
Personally, I think we are so proud. Like, I can't believe that we're going to Spain and live this experience. Like, it's our first international cosplay, and like we are so proud, so proud.
Bueno, para nosotros fue una noticia muy importante. La verdad, representar a México es algo muy bonito que hemos podido hacer gracias a la ICL. Y pues nada, nos llegó la noticia en un momento donde las cosas no estaban tan bien, digamos que en casa, pero hemos podido salir adelante porque tenemos este sueño de estar acá, en este lugar tan bonito que es Madrid, y estamos muy, pero muy contentos, ¿no?
Sí, claro, la verdad es que estábamos como cuando recién nos dijeron, nos emocionamos muchísimo, y después fue de, ¡oh no! Tenemos mucho que trabajar. Entonces sí, esto ha sido una experiencia increíble, tanto el compartir con todos nuestros compañeros y eso. Muchísimas gracias a toda la organización y todo, la verdad es que ha sido maravilloso.
Happy because I don't live in Brazil, I must say. I'm representing Brazil, but I live here in Europe, so it was a pretty short trip. But because I left Brazil like almost 10 years ago, so I was super happy to represent my roots. So it's like I'm making jokes to everyone, like Brazil, samba, yay. So I'm having a lot of fun representing my own country.
We was quite surprised because at the beginning we do our cosplay ICO selection just for fun. We coached the selection, why not? And we didn't expect that. And for the memories, we have a tattoo now to keep this moment in our life.
A little overwhelmed, but very proud. It's a little unreal that we're finally here. Yes. We were picked in November of 2019, so we waited a very long time to be here. Yes. So it still doesn't feel quite real to either of us that we are finally here. When I was 17, 18, just between the two, because I'd always been a photographer and I'd gone to a convention as a photographer with my friend who was a cosplayer, and I had a really, really great time, a much better time than when I'd just gone as a normal person, and I thought the community was so fantastic that it's something that I wanted to try, and I just fell in love with it immediately.
I started cosplaying around the same age. I've been cosplaying for 10 years. My first convention was in 2012. I went with a huge bunch of friends and we found out about this hobby where you could dress up as these characters that you loved. I've always been a performer and my mum taught me to sew when I was a kid, so it turned out to be the most fantastic combination of the things that I really enjoyed and have never stopped.
Okay, so particularly she started at 29 because her daughter, she was inspired by cosplay and she wanted to make cosplay of Elsa, and also that's how Nadia got into cosplay by herself. She also got inspired by that, and that's how they started to cosplay together with daughter. Then daughter, she kind of changed her interest, and Nadia left in cosplay because it was happened to be very motivating and inspirational.
Yo empecé a hacer cosplay hace unos 3-4 años, cuando me vine aquí a Madrid a vivir desde Galicia, ¿vale? Yo tuve, antes de venirme, tuve una época en la que estuve en el paro y tuve que cuidar de mi abuela, por lo cual tenía mucho tiempo libre para hacer cosas, así que decidí probar a comprarme una impresora, la más barata que encontré, empecé a trastear con ella, me empezó a gustar y al final, pues ya cuando me vine para Madrid ya tenía una serie de recursos, cogí una impresora buena, empecé a mejorar con ello y al final, bueno, pues empecé haciendo encargos a otra gente y lo que me llevó a querer hacer cosplay para mí mismo fue intentar poner en práctica todo lo que había vendido hacia mí y ver hasta dónde daba de sí, ¿no? La calidad que yo podría conseguir. Así que fue como una especie de medio pique conmigo mismo.
I'm into cosplay community as a photographer, and convention after convention I start to think, oh yeah, it could be funny to make some cosplay, and I start.
And I started in 2017. I don't know how old was I in 2017. I think 34, 3. I don't know. Because I know her and I wanted to flirt with her, basically. And the fastest way to flirt with her was making cosplay. And it went pretty good because we are a couple also in life, so mission complete.
Tuesday was 16 when she started with cosplay, and she started because she really loved the characters she saw in the anime and mangas, and at that time also J-Rock, so she started with J-Rock cosplays actually. And I started around 14 or 15, and it was actually because there was a pamphlet in my town where all those guys were dressed up as the characters I loved, and I was like, oh my god, I need to try this. So the next convention I went there with my first self-made costume, and it was kinda not so good looking but funny.
Bueno, nosotros comenzamos ya grandes, tenemos alrededor de 6 años.
Llevamos 6 años haciendo cosplay.
En octubre cumplimos 6 años, entonces ojalá lo hubiéramos descubierto desde chiquititos, nos hubiera encantado, pero bueno, ya tenemos 6 años y no creemos que vamos a parar. Bueno, los dos somos bailarines, entonces nos conocimos es donde estábamos trabajando en el mismo lado, en hotelería, por así decirlo, hacíamos shows ahí. Y él estaba en la compañía de acróbatas y yo estaba en la compañía de bailarines, y ahí por medio de juegos de Pokémon y todo eso teníamos los mismos gustos y nos conocimos, y de hecho después de eso empezamos a hacer cosplay juntos y ahora ya somos Banana Cosboys.
We met through cosplay. It was my first ever convention where I was cosplaying, and I was still in costume at the pub afterwards because I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that. And we got invited to a friend of the friend's birthday party on a boat, and we went, and immediately you were like, new cosplayers, let me introduce you to everyone, and you never got rid of me.
Well, there we go. Yeah, no, I've been cosplaying for a while, and it was really important to me to talk to people that I'd never met before. So ended up talking to you at a party, and now we live together.
skills to use, sewing and crafting. And so we saw something that could complement both each other because we have different skills as well. So we thought it was a good choice to represent our country.
So I'm wearing right now Persephone from our kingdom, and also in the ICL I represented the Persephone, and I chose this one. I confess I did not play, please don't judge me, but I just chose because it's too pretty. It's a puffy dress, it's black, it's a bit gothish, it's a bit like a flowerish, so it's a bit of a mix of everything. I like it, and I noticed that it's a very complex dress to make it, so I found a challenge, so I decided to do more for the challenge and because it's very pretty.
We are big fans of Blizzard and super big fans of Overwatch.
These particular skins we are choose are very interesting to craft.
Yeah, they have a lot of different materials and different things to craft. So it'll be, when we choose them, we thought that it'll be interesting to craft these particular skins of these two characters.
So now with my boyfriend I say, please can we do World of Warcraft, but more like player, and all people could enjoy and identify as players World of Warcraft. It's why we choose, and we love the little song and the songs they made for the 50 years of World of Warcraft, you know.
I've chosen Artorias from Dark Souls because it's one of my favorite games, and his story is really sad, and I love all the details on this armor. So it was my dream cosplay, and I really wanted to do it for this day.
Bueno, yo estaba representando a Zuko de la Nación del Fuego.
Y yo estaba representando a Aang, el maestro del aire.
La verdad es que amamos la serie Avatar, entonces es que no había otra opción para nosotros. Entonces...
Sí, es una serie que marcó nuestra infancia y que la verdad es que hemos visto muchas veces y siempre la pasamos genial con la historia, los personajes, todo. Y bueno, estos personajes nos han marcado y quisimos hacerlos.
Fue un sueño para nosotros poderlos traer en un performance y traerlos a la vida real.
For me, so I choose Tyrande from the game Heroes of the Storm, and I chose it because it was a really big challenge for me because it's my first full firm armor, and I love all Blizzard design and universe, and yeah, that's it. We choose Drizella and Anastasia from Cinderella movie, Disney movie, and we choose them because in the real life we are sister-in-law, and we love the characters, the design, and the crazy thing you can make with them. So, and we love to laugh on stage, so it was a good choice. And it was our first dress in a cosplay contest.
We did Judar and Kogyokuren from Magi Labyrinth of Magic. It is one of our favorite animes. It is a very old classic, but we felt that the balance of the characters with the good and the evil would make a entertaining skit to do for the contest, and then the costumes themselves had a level of complexity that would also work well for the contest.
So we did Anakin and Obi-Wan from the Clone Wars because we've been marathoning the Clone Wars for the past 2 months. So there was never really a competition, it was always going to be that.
Getting hit in the face a lot.
There's a particular move that if she doesn't block quite in time, I just clobber her in the face. I think I've got you 5 times.
5 times. We've got bruises, we've broken multiple lightsaber blades.
We're 3 blades deep. And our current one's dented.
It's been a lot of fun, kind of working out the moves, working out the choreography, and we've been practicing in our garden, so our neighbours have become quite acquainted.
We go outside about 7 o'clock, all of the windows close because we're so loud. But we did a fight scene from Kenobi because we did this very, very quickly because we were an online selection, so we didn't have much time. So we used their fight scene and kind of adapted it to work for us. But I've done martial arts in the past, Millie's done dance in the past, so we have quite different approaches, and so we had to kind of work together to find a way that really works for us, like how to communicate how to do the moves and make it really work for us.
Mi personaje se llama Pat Vizsla, se conoce normalmente como el mandaloriano de infantería pesada, ¿vale? Viene de la serie del Mandaloriano, básicamente forma parte del universo Star Wars, y la verdad es que mi elección fue principalmente porque es un personaje muy grande, con una armadura muy potente, un rifle poderoso, y bueno, eso es la primera razón, que es grande y potente y me daba pie a sentirme ahí enorme, como mi usuario dicta, ¿no? Juggernaut, pero a la vez tiene una cosa muy buena, que es que lleva casco, por lo cual puedo hacer la cara que quiera debajo de él sin que nadie me diga nada. Así que esas son las dos opciones, las dos razones principales. Sería mucho más fácil decir qué cosas han sido fáciles, porque hay muy pocas. O sea, desde el modelado propio de las piezas, con todos los intrincados que lleva, hasta... Es que todo el proceso ha sido muy complicado. Modelarlo ha llevado meses hasta que he podido ver una pieza en la mano. Luego, la impresión ha fallado 1000 veces porque eran piezas con unas geometrías muy exigentes, por lo cual he perdido material por el camino y horas de trabajo y desesperación en que fallaran las impresoras, y luego ensamblado y demás. Y la pintura, empecé intentando pintarla de una manera, me di cuenta que era horrible, me vine abajo y dije, bueno, voy a intentarlo otra vez, y fui probando hasta que encontré la pintura adecuada. O sea que realmente creo que todo el proceso ha sido un desafío muy grande para mí, también por mi corta carrera, ¿no? Al final de lo que he dicho, 3-4 años que llevo con esto, y me ha hecho evolucionar por el camino. Así que bueno, ha sido dificultades que yo reciclo como ventajas, vamos a decir.
Someone wants to start cosplay must be very aware of what cosplay is, but I think it all depends on how you want to live the cosplay. We choose to live the cosplay as a passion and as a competition. And so we love to improve ourselves, looking at each other, looking at the exhibition, looking at the crafting of other cosplay. So this is a way to live the cosplay passion, to get stimulated and to get the more and more stimulated from the project, from the characters we love. And what counsel we can give to someone who wouldn't start cosplay? Be careful. Be careful. It's a very expensive hobby or passion, but it repays a lot with the emotion and with the people you meet, and the friendship, and well, it's all. Well, do it if you wanna get repaid. Do it.
So particularly the main stuff is to basically enjoy this activity. If you love this activity, if it inspires you, if you feel like motivated to do that, then it's definitely your choice. If you're in love with like any part of the cosplay, then do that, try it out. Don't bother yourself with like, oh my god, I'm not that good, oh my god, I need to become better. No, as soon as you try, you become better. The main key here is to simply enjoy the process.
That the best thing about cosplaying is that you can be any character, anything that you want. And I would say to those people something that I wanted someone to tell me when I started to cosplay is that don't think too much if it's perfect. If you're like, you use a term nowadays, there's like, oh, are you canon? Are you a canon to the character? Don't think about that. Just cosplay what you want and just have fun, because that's what cons and cosplay are about.
And everyone starts small. Everyone makes mistakes at the beginning, so don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you start growing, you start meeting people, and that's all the amazing, all the amazing thing about cosplaying. It's this.
Yo creo que lo que le podríamos decir es que se arriesguen. Muchas veces las personas son muy tímidas o como que se sienten que no podrían hacerlo y no, la verdad es que esto es una actividad muy linda y muy divertida y poco a poco vas aprendiendo más y más cosas y te vas nutriendo de todo este ambiente que es algo muy padre. Entonces yo creo que no deberían de tener miedo y si quieren hacerlo, háganlo, arriésguense y diviértanse.
I'd say don't take it too seriously.
Have fun with it. Embrace the con crunch. You will be working up until the last minute, but no, all of us are, and plan for it. Have food in the house that you can microwave or stick in the oven, and know that the last week before con is going to be hell, but enjoy it, embrace it.
At the end of the day, we're adults playing dress up, and I think taking it too seriously is how we all get sad about it. So that's definitely my advice.
El consejo que ningún cosplayer cumple nunca, que es empieza pequeño. Haz algo que sea cómodo, algo que veas que te va a quedar bien, siéntete cómodo con ello y luego vete poquito a poco haciendo cosas más complicadas. Digo que nadie lo cumple porque al final para motivarte a trabajar buscas lo más loco del mundo y vas a por ello, pero es fácil atragantarse por el camino. Entonces deberías de empezar de esa manera y sobre todo lo más importantísimo de todo es tener autocrítica, cada vez que pierdas o veas que no, o sea, pensar qué es lo que puedes mejorar de tu traje y escuchar a la gente que lleva más tiempo. Es decir, a día de hoy, por suerte, vivimos en un mundo súper globalizado, donde el acceso a la información está al alcance de cualquiera. Entonces hay que buscar tutoriales, preguntar a gente y informarse, documentarse mucho, ¿vale? Todo esto está ahí, hay gente que ya ha cometido una locura de errores antes que tú, por lo cual aprovéchate de su error y no lo cometas tú. Entonces empieza por ahí.
Yeah, we are so happy, and when they announced the first prize, we are like applauding, like, who is this? Who is the first prize?
On n'a pas entendu France.
Yeah, we didn't hear France, yeah. So we look around us, whose country is, and when I look back, there was a table. So I close the table, like maybe it's a table.
For us, it's a game over accidentally on the stage.
Yeah. We were really happy, so proud, and sorry. And my parents were in the public to share us, and they were crying too. So I'm so lucky and happy to be here and have this experience here. That I think it was such a great experience, and with such a great person.
I already don't understand what happened. I feel so wow. It's okay, I did it, and I'm so proud to make that, to celebrate my country, and I'm happy that so many hundreds of hours of work now pay.